I feel like this place would make sense if you capture it. So fast forward to, I was waiting for admission and I was at home for like 3 years. Though then I was still doing business. Like I was working with Visa Fund then as a dealer. So I was making money back then. So I decided that, okay, it's time to like go to school and get my life serious. So I enrolled for PEFT. So I took a course called film and television production. So I had my diploma in it, and it's quite been insightful. And that was how the whole photography thing came up. And I started like, but back in film school, I still did film, like film was majorly what I did. But like realizing that when I finished my diploma, I still have to come to university. I felt like, okay, what can I do to like support myself? Because as a young man, I don't like it when I have to like rely on somebody rather. And then photography being a necessity for you to understand cinematography, I just felt like, okay, let me start doing photography, and amazingly, it has been.
Okay, Mr. Ogundimu, do you have a photography style?
Yes, like every work of art has a style, it has an approach. And as an artist, you definitely have something in your craft that you want people to see and know you for. Like when they see your picture, they know, this is this guy.
Like
this is, yeah, like, you know, from every other photographer. Like, basically, I like using the classical approach to my pictures. And it's very evident in sometimes my backdrop, the kind of backdrop I use like a classical. If you look at the backdrop very well, some of them are not just plain. And sometimes I like using natural backdrop, like I shoot against nature, like adding nature into my backdrop. Like that's when you see like the usage of plants and all, you understand? So it's quite a thing to do as an artist, so that wherever your work goes to, even if you don't put your watermark on your picture, when people see it, yeah, there's a recognition. It's just the way when you hear a song, and even if the name of the artist, you know, as the voice is distinct, you understand? So.
All right. Thank you so much. I hope our viewers at home are enjoying us. All right, we're going to go on a short break now, and we'll come back to join you. Okay, viewers, you're welcome back, and here we still have Mr. Ogundimu David.
Thank you.
Okay, sir, so I want to know, sir, what motivates you as a photographer?
Okay, there are very, very few factors that motivate me as a photographer. Now, it can be divided into like two classes. Like, working for a client, the motivation is different. Quite like trying to create a piece of your own. Like, you want to create like a picture of your own. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, for example, now working as a client, one thing that motivates me, number one, is the personality of the client. Okay. I try to like photograph the personality in a way whereby when the colleagues of the personality see the picture, they wouldn't think less of the personality. Imagine you're photographing a governor. You know, you have to like add so many elements into the photography whereby when you see, you know that this is not a mere person, you know this is an important person. Then for like creating my own piece, one of the things that motivates me is African women. African women really motivate me. Like I see women from other races, and I'm not trying to be racist, but I would really say we are blessed like to have African women. So most times I get stigmatized that I only photograph African women, like I only photograph women. It's just that life begins with women. You understand? From birth to breastfeeding and everything. So I try to put out the pretty faces I see every day, and that's just one motivation for me. And another motivation is the fact that, you know, I know that I would not be living forever. So possibly in future, maybe when I'm long gone and dead, like I want people to see the kind of beauties that existed during my time.
And look back and see
yeah, we had pretty ladies back then too, you understand? So that is another motivation for me.
Okay, that's amazing. Okay, so Mr. Ogundimu, I have seen lots of your works, and they are dope.
Thank you.
Very neat and beautiful.
Thank you.
What camera do you use to work? Like,
basically, I'm a Canon lover.
wow.
But that doesn't limit me to like try other cameras, because every camera is unique, you understand, in its own way. You understand? And most times I say this to some of my friends, that it's not really about the camera. It's more about you as a creative, you as an artist. You understand?
Yes.
Because as an artist, you should be able to make something out of the worst equipment. Yeah, you have to be creative. So to me, it's not. I'm not here to like, because in the photography world, there's a debate about which camera is the best, and I'm not here to take sides.
Okay.
So I'm more of the lover of the art, the equipment. I love cameras, like, but I'm a Canon user, and sometimes I use Nikon too. So no hard feelings.
Okay, so talking about, how do you make your clients feel comfortable? Like, what's the level of their comfortability with you?
Okay, first thing first, I try to create an aura of good energy with my clients, because, you know, for example, I have two clients base. Because being a student, I have my clients in school, and the outside world, I have my client also. So related to my clients in school, most of the times, most of my clients in school are possibly people I know, or people that get to know me from the people I've shot before. So yeah, or referrals. You know, in school, I feel my brand is quite popular, even than my image. So most times people don't know I'm the Ogundimu David, until they meet me. So I try to use that that surprise when they finally get to know that I'm Ogundimu David. Yeah, I get to use that as a means to like get to know them too and make them feel comfortable. And from there I have like a client base. Then outside, I get to ask my clients few questions, and you know, most of the times, you know, you need to know their do's and their don'ts. You understand? So it has been one thing that has made me comfortable around my clients. So I don't, I know my boundaries, and I know what I'm supposed to do. I know I'm supposed to be cheerful, and even when they are, maybe we're in a shoot and something happens to change their mood, I know how to like, okay, ma, it's not really a big deal. Let's,
bring them alive.
yeah, bring them alive. You know, you need to have that soft spot of your client.
All right. So you mentioned being a student. This brings me to my next, like, I want to know, how do you juggle schooling and working together? Because you're a professional photographer, and I'm surprised. How do you balance it together?
Man, that question you asked me now is where it's like the toughest part of my life, like juggling between work and school. Thing is, you know, it's not easy, and at the same time, you don't just, you know, Yorubas will say, like, if you don't know where you're going to, at least you should remember where you're coming from. So looking back at where I'm coming from, I know I don't have an option than just to find a way to balance it. So even most times when I talk to my dad, it's like, I know it's not easy, and you just try to balance. So sometimes, like for example, last semester, I was 1 hour late to an exam. Because an hour late to an exam that was for 2 hours, I was 1 hour late to an exam, and it was because I had a job that, like, for that day, you understand? And the client is actually traveling out, and she has booked me like 2 months before that date, even before the school released the timetable. So, you know, I had to like go do that job. So it's, honestly, it's not easy. And the only saving grace is I tend to prepare for whatever I do. Even when I'm going for jobs, I tend to prepare. Whenever school comes, I tend to prepare. So I don't try to make excuse for school that, okay, work is the reason why I'm not doing well in school. And I don't try to make excuse for my job that, okay, because I'm a student, you understand? Even though sometimes there are lapses, because you're not perfect, you understand? So,
but you just find a way to balance
yeah, you definitely find a way to balance it, definitely.
All right, so bringing back to you going late for an exam and how late because you had to go for a job. Like, has there been any moment of your life where you had to like fix an issue with like a frustrating client, or have you ever encountered a frustrating client?
Well, it's life generally. Like, you can't be good to everybody. Like, even Jesus Christ had enemies. So you definitely have people that you fall out with, and you definitely have people that you'll be amazing with. But in all, whatever I do, I try to, even when I fall out with a client, I try to make amends, try to get them back, and try to be on their good side, because it's not easy, trust me. Sometimes, you know, clients are different kind of people. Some people are frustrated from their home, and they can't pour their frustration to their partner. So because they are paying you, they feel like they own you. You are their boss. So they pour out. You sometimes you take it, and sometimes you just need to bring a state clear line that this is a professional basis. You understand? And you know, the fact that some clients don't understand the time and effort that goes into making an amazing image.
Right.
They feel like it's still like old school, like when you just take pictures and they just go into the room and wash it and bring it. Even then, it still takes time, you know. So people don't know, like for example, to edit like a good image with a client with a good skin, it takes about 30 to 40 minutes. You understand? You have to work on the skin
30.
tones, you have to work on the hair. Sometimes the hair have issues, and you just want the picture to be
Clean.
perfect. So just a picture, I'm sitting down in front of the screen for like 30 to 40 minutes just to make, and they just, some clients just want to tell, like, send me my pictures now. And yeah, they just want to see the picture, and you try to explain to them that this thing takes time, and they start to see as if you are unserious, but they don't know what it's painful most times, because you can't start lecturing them that when you open Photoshop you have to do this, you have to do that. It can be boring, you understand?
They do not know
So
what's going on behind the
yeah,
scenes.
so there are some, you meet some clients that are very calm and they allow you to take your time and do a perfect job. At the same time, you meet some clients that they are always on your nerves, want you to do this, and in the process you just end up doing something not good that you might not even feel proud to even put on your own platforms, you understand? And the short form is, some clients you do little stuff for them and they appreciate it. You put less effort in the work, and they appreciate it. And there are some clients you put your whole head in everything and they just be like, what's this? You understand? So most thing is just try to understand. And that's why I get to ask my clients question. What do you like? What this?
Understand the kind of person
person they are and what they want. You understand?
Okay, that's amazing. All right, Mr. Ogundimu, what advice would you give a person that is interested in photography?
So my advice out there to aspiring photographers is, photography is an amazing world. Like it's a very, very amazing world. Like whereby you tend to get proud of yourself when you go out and you see your stuff out there, like on a billboard. You see pictures you photograph on the billboard, and you have this pride in you. You understand? Though photography can be very quite expensive, not quite, it's very expensive, and you might be asking questions. Where do I get money to? Just kick off. When I started photography, I started using rechargeable lamps, borrowed cameras from somebody else, used carton as a softbox. Just try to like do something. I don't want to be limited, so you can actually do the same thing too. If truly you believe, just do it. Like Nike we say, do it. Like start something, meet people, borrow gears. Don't damage their gears though. So that's just my advice. Move. That's it, honestly.
Okay, Mr. Ogundimu David, thank you for your time. We really appreciate having you here. We loved every moment with you.
Thank you.
To our viewers at home, thank you so much for staying till this time. You can also watch more episodes of LASU STARTPRENEUR on our website on www.lasutv.online. Thank you so much. Bye.